Hi Sequels friends, today's video I am going to give you an update on a previous ThredUP box that I had purchased. Back during the summer, I believe it was about in July, I purchased a ThredUP scarf box. Well, it is at the point now where I have sold through at least 50% of the items in that box, and I thought it was well worth it to provide you with an update. So here I'm going to let you know how much money I've made so far, how much money I anticipate making based on the items I have left over, and more importantly, did I get anywhere near, or am I projected to get anywhere near the $200+ I anticipated making on this box. So if you've been thinking about purchasing a ThredUP scarf box, and it is one of the lower price pointed boxes, so it's a good one to start with, and you're wondering, I've seen tons of unboxings, but does anybody actually sell through these items? Can this box make any money? Then you will definitely want to keep on watching. Hi Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller on both Poshmark and eBay, and I use this YouTube channel to document my journey. So if you're interested in selling on either of those platforms, reselling in general, all sorts of thrift content, thrifty flips, and even some fun unboxings from places like ThredUP in bulk, then you will definitely want to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring my bell so that you are notified every Friday when I upload a new video. As I said in the intro, I am going to provide you with an update to the ThredUP scarf box that I purchased back in July. So if you have not seen that unboxing video, you will definitely want to check out the card that I link above. Go over there, check it out. It'll show you all of the scarves that I received in the box, and you'll also hear my predictions of hoping to make at least $200+ on this box. And now I'm going to tell you if I'm anywhere close to that, as well as show you some of the best performing items in the box thus far and some of the worst. First of all, let me go ahead and remind you, this is a $16 box, but it did cost me $21.99 with the shipping costs. I do believe it's one of the cheaper boxes that you can get from ThredUP Rescue Boxes, so it is a good starter box if you've never purchased anything before with them and you don't want to make a huge investment. You typically get 24 scarves in this box, but I only had 22 that I decided to sell. One I donated back because I didn't think it had any resale value, and another one I kept for myself. I purchased the box, I believe, in July, but I didn't start listing items until the end of July. So we're 3 months later now, and I have already sold through 15 of the 22 items, so that is a 68.2% sell-through so far, and in only 3 months, not too bad. So before I tell you what I've actually grossed and what I project to gross if I sell through the remaining items, let us just talk about some of the best so far items and some of the stinkers. Some of the ones that maybe in typical Heather fashion, if you watch any of my sell-through of any of my sold videos, you'll realize that sometimes I'm a bit more optimistic than I should be, and I should just take the damn item, shove it in a bag, and bring it to Goodwill and stop wasting my time with these lower price pointed goods. But I have too much optimism, so I have some stinkers. But always, let's start with the best. This tapestry scarf is gorgeous. I loved it, and it had the metallic sheen to it. I ended up selling this one for $24, which means after fees and cost of goods, I netted $18.20. So it did sell on Poshmark. If you are new to my channel, I typically like to make at least 20 bucks on items. But because this is scarves, it's somewhat similar to jewelry for me, that I know it's not going to net me my $20 price point, but hopefully I can get people to buy it as an add-on, or I can give them a discount on this because it doesn't cost me too much money, and bundle it with other things. So I was still hoping that even though it doesn't net me the total price that I typically would like to get, that it was still worthwhile to to put some items out there at a lower price point to give me a well-rounded assortment. Plus, this is a bit of a test for holiday because last holiday I sold mini scarves as well as some jewelry pieces, and I thought that they were great add-on and giftable items. So the next one up that sold really well, and actually, you know, every time I say something, the next thing up totally disagrees with it. It actually netted me more than $20 on this item. And that is this beautiful wave, I called it a wave woven scarf. I sold this one for $32 on eBay and ended up making $22.88 after fees and shipping. Here's another beautiful gray and white open weave scarf. I sold it for $19 and ended up making $14.20. And then there is this, what I called a fuzzy tan black and gray square scarf. It's interesting when you're listing these scarves because you don't truly have names on them, so I just give them descriptions because most of them don't have branding or anything on it. I ended up selling this one for 20 bucks and netting $15. So not too shabby at all, really getting almost the price of a lot of tops that you sell, but to me, less effort in taking pictures and such, and definitely less effort listing. I pretty much copy and paste every listing and change the colors on it. Now for the stinkers that I probably should have moved away from. This World Market scarf. I had this projected to make more money, and a wonderful person on eBay contacted me via messages and said, hey, I don't think that you may realize this, but I used to work at World Market, and these scarves typically are on sale constantly for $9. So I ended up changing my listing so that this one was $9, and I put, I think, a low of 50% off, $4.50. I ended up selling it for $6, but I only made $2.05 after shipping and cost of goods. And then this tan decorative scarf, this one sold on Poshmark. I had a high-low range from 9 to 14. I did sell it for 9, but after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, I only made $5.05. So those were the two stinkier ones out of the bunch. Definitely the World Market probably should have gone to Goodwill. And that tan decorative one maybe too, but definitely the World Market one. So overall, I have sold, like I said, 15 out of the 22 items. So far, gross, just what it sold for. I have grossed $215.06. Loving that. So I've already hit at, even though I still have a little more than 30% of the goods left to sell, I've already hit my gross predictions of over $200. Now, net, which is most important, how much money went into my bank account? Out of that $215.06, I ended up netting $144.34 after cost of goods and everything. To me, certainly worth the $21.99 investment. So far, given that my investment was only $21.99, I've made 6 times my investment. Loving that. I have the potential to make 10 times my investment because with the remaining 30-some% of goods I have left, if I take the average sale price, and I usually have a range, high to low, I list it for a high price and then I put in what I expect to hopefully at least get for it minimum. If I take an average of that, I have the potential to make $337.21. Now, if looking at the ROI I've gotten thus far and then doing $37 at the same ROI, that means I have the potential to net, again, assuming the leftovers are going to make the same ROI as those beginning ones, I have the potential to net $225.93. That means this little old scarf box that only cost me $21.99, and if you have a shipping discount coupon or something, will only cost you $6 or $16. Oh, if only $6, could you imagine? That means I have the potential to make 10 times what my investment was. That's really nothing to be, that's really pretty good. Now, the overall numbers we're talking about are not huge numbers. We're talking about making $200 on an investment. $200 is not a huge number, but all these little things add up. So like I said before, if you're selling clothing and you're selling home goods and you're selling jackets and coats and all these things at higher price points, it's nice, especially during holidays, Christmas time, gift giving, in the middle time, springtime, when you have Mother's Day and those kind of holidays, Easter, where people might dress up different, where people might like to be giving gifts. Scarves are a good category to have for that. Also, like I said, it's a great category to have as a potential add-on. Maybe somebody will buy one of your jackets, but they'll also add on this scarf, which has the potential to make you a little extra money. I think it's overall well worth the investment. Now, what I found was very interesting was 5 out of 15 items, or 30% of the items, sold on Poshmark. Now, typically, my sales are driven on eBay, and I typically do not have any more than 25% of my total sales exist on Poshmark. So to find that this category moved for me better on Poshmark than on eBay is very interesting to me, and another great reason to give this box a try. 4 out of the 15 items ended up netting me over $15, with that one netting me over $20. Not too shabby. Given that your return is not that dramatic, I would certainly not suggest being in a scarf only business. But I do think it is a very viable resource to have in addition to your other source goods. And if you have never purchased from ThredUP and you have watched tons of unboxings and you have been thinking about it, but you're kind of hesitant because you don't know if you want to invest a lot of money in something that you don't know is going to move, then I would definitely suggest this box. It's a lower price point. You don't have a huge amount of investment. If you can get one of those free shipping coupons, you're talking about a $16 investment instead of a $22 investment, and you can make up to possibly 10 times that investment. Definitely worth it in my humble opinion. Now, I would love to give you some tips and tricks that I think have helped me sell these items. I do not spend a crap ton of time on photography, but I do put them on my mannequin, and I do shoot them, and I'll show you some examples right here, a couple of different ways. And I do them all the same day, one right after another, so it becomes a very quick photo process. I do one as a wrap. The next one I usually do just hanging long like a scarf, and then I'll usually do a knot up as well, so it's like a scarf you would wear during winter. And then every once in a while, if there is something else, like it could be worn as sarong or a cover up, I may do something in addition to that. Most of my front photos look like this, in which you can see it knotted like it would look here, as well as long. If it's a little scarf or a handkerchief scarf or a really square neck scarf, I may do a tie picture and a close-up of the pattern. But most all of my pictures look like this. Now, in addition to the pictures and the way that I photograph them, the listings are super simple. I typically copy and paste almost the exact same thing and change out very few details. So it's a very quick listing process. It's a good way to get a quick 20+ items in your shop. One of the things I did want to share with you, and I'm trying to pull up a listing here so that I can read it more verbatim. I like to use a lot of descriptions for scarves in my title. So usually my title calls it a scarf, a wrap, a cover up. If it is all of those 3 things, because some aren't. And then I usually put a line in there that says versatile accessory used as a scarf, a head wrap, a shawl, a hijab, a hip scarf, or a beach cover up. And again, I include that when they are all applicable. So as you can see, to me, it is definitely worth the investment. It isn't something I would be only in the scarf business, but it is certainly a great way to add to your shop some items very quickly, and also to have a very nice, well-rounded assortment while also netting you some money. I mean, come on, 10 times your investment? Who wouldn't want to give that a try? So if you decide that you're going to go ahead and give it a try, please let me know in the comments below how it goes for you. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments below. I am happy to share with you what worked for me in hopes that it would work for you as well. As always, if you found this video useful, please do give me a thumbs up. Your thumbs up let me know what kind of content to create in the future. And if you didn't already, please go ahead, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring my bell so that every Friday you are notified when I upload a new video. Thank you to all the new subscribers that I've been getting. Thank you so much. I'm pleasantly surprised every time I get a little message saying that a new person is subscribed. I am so pleased to hear that anything that I am doing right here is helping you, as I am doing it to help myself stay on track with my journey. So I love that it is helping you as well. As always, I hope that all of you have a fantabulous week. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.